Well, Sasha, and howdy do. I thought I'd do a part two. Finish up my whiskey here. I have the Neely Family Distillery Kentucky Single Barrel Strength Straight Bourbon Whiskey, distilled and aged in Sparta, Kentucky. This one comes in at 109 proof. It's 76% corn, 19% wheat, 5% malted barley. Was going to perch it up so you can see it, but it's a little precarious. So I'm not going to do that. I can't risk it, man. Oh, this stuff is good. So we're on our last night of vacation as we get ready to head home tomorrow. A little bittersweet, but it's been fun. I had a great 2 days in Indianapolis, a great 5 days in Columbus at the Dog Tap, seeing various parts of Columbus and some of the outlying towns. Went down into Lancaster, went up into Pickerington, and then over up into Dublin. Oh, it was a lot of fun. I could spend a lot of time in Dublin. And then we stayed at the Bally's in Evansville last night. Didn't do much gambling. I was kind of tired, but we did have a great meal at Kavanaugh's on the river. Had some lobster bisque that was just insanely good. It was really good, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then tonight in St. Louis, trying to get some stuff done. Ready to head home, though. We'll probably try to hit Trader Joe's on the way out of town. Oh, I forgot to mention Cincinnati on the other video. Passing through Cincinnati with our daughter had found online, she had found something for Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati, big grocery store, international grocery. We hadn't heard of it before, so we stopped there, and that was about 3 hours. And quite frankly, we had to intentionally miss a few things because we needed to get going. But we were there for about 3 hours and about $400. Anyway, yeah, the truth is, I mean, we could have spent a day in that store alone if we weren't in a position where we weren't able to keep stuff cold. There was just a lot of frozen stuff, a lot of deli stuff, a lot of meat products. I would have loved to have been able to buy because that was the hardest part for me. The cheese, man, they had this cheese section, biggest cheese section I've seen in my lifetime, and I could have spent a couple $100 on cheese alone. Yeah, yeah. My wife says I could have rode the bus home. Yeah. If I had a way to keep all that stuff cold, man, oh my God, there was so much stuff in that store. We're after planning just a Cincinnati trip. Anyway, I forgot to mention that, and then we went into Bally's. We got in there late though because we hit the remnants of Helene. There were some bad accidents on the highway. We were kind of jammed up for about hour and a half to 2 hours. Can't remember exactly. It was at least an hour and a half, though. Might have been a little bit longer. I got to tell you, this whiskey is crazy good. It was a little expensive, so that's why I bought the small bottle because it was $40 for the small bottle, which means for the 750 it would have been 80 because this is a 375. But that's a little much. They didn't sell in the 750. You had to buy this, but I'm saying that $40 for 375 is a little pricey, but it just looked good, and I liked. I didn't take part in the tasting, but I overheard a little bit of one, and I liked the way he was describing the products and the family distillery. So I bought this one. This was their didn't say trying to remember how it was worded. Didn't say experimental batch, but it kind of seemed like that, or test batches or something. Anyway, I bought this and a bottle of rye, and a small bottle. Then I bought a 750 of a special product they had out. So And I kind of bought it blind. I didn't do any tasting of any of them, but I'm telling you, this stuff is it is. I was thinking at the time it was a little expensive, but I was on vacation. Right, vacation Tom has a whole different attitude than regular Tom. Uh, so I figured, oh, what the hell? And I'm really glad I bought it because it really is that good. And we found it by accident. The truth is, we had to get off the road for a minute. We stopped at a Love's truck stop where we saw my wife actually saw it first, a sign for Neely's Distillery, and it was only a half a mile from where we were. So it kind of seemed a shame. She said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "Yeah, but no, because we're already 2 hours behind and we need to get to where we're going." She says, "But you're already here." And I said, "Okay." So, I mean, I really wanted to go. I just didn't want to, and that's something she wanted to do. And I feel like it was just for me. It seemed a little selfish, but if she was okay with it, so okay, let's go. So this is the only product of the three that I've opened so far, but if the other two are this good, I'm not going to regret spending. At the time, I was thinking, "Damn, that's a lot of money you're spending right now, Tom." But whoa, boy, it's really good. I mentioned having a cheap beer in the other video. I want to pop it now before I let it get much warmer. I didn't realize I was going to talk that long before I opened the damn beer, man. But anyway, old style. I was looking all through the time we were in Illinois, every place we stopped to find an old style, and I could not find it. I was starting to think, well, maybe they just don't make it anymore. Um, I don't know that it's any better than the other cheap beers, but there's just a little nostalgia in it for me. There's just something about this one I like. When I have beers like this, the truth is, I prefer to have them out of a bottle. I prefer to drink them out of a bottle. Uh, Decanting a beer like this doesn't do it any good. You don't need the aromas. You don't need to do your typical beer geek stuff. It's not doing any good. The second you decant this, the second you pour it into a secondary glass, it starts warming up. Even if you put it into a frosted glass, when you put it in a frosted glass, that's a whole other realm of destroying a beer. But Heilman's Old Style, there's just something about this beer. If I can find it, and I thought about buying more, but I knew we were already tight for space. So finding room for 112 pack was going to be difficult. So I just bought 112 pack. But I do prefer beers like this straight out of the bottle. That's why I bought the bottles and not the cans. It's not available in my neck of the woods anymore. And quite frankly, I don't know why, but I don't mind it as much as this. For some reason, I don't have that. I don't taste that sweetness at the end that I do the others. And I know it's probably nostalgia, to be honest with you, because I know it's not made the same as it used to be. Because it's not made by who it used to be made by. It's not a Chicago beer anymore, man. It's made by Heilman. Um, Heilman's Old Style. Pure and genuine. But Ohio is not owned by somebody. I guess is what I'm about to say. This is typically a beer that you really want ice cold, but quite frankly, even though I've let it warm up a little bit, I'm not having a hard time drinking it. I don't. It doesn't taste. I don't get that sickeningly sweet note that I get from others, especially beers like High Life that are just so unbearably sweet. And those folks that drink Keystone, I mean, I'm not even sure they're human, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how anybody can drink that Keystone shit. I mean, damn. That's not even beer, really. It's just, it's a whole lot of corn syrup. And I don't know how you can drink that shit. I don't know why you wanted. Yeah, that's the clear point. Why would you want to drink that shit? What is the point, man? Why do that to yourself anyway? But as far as bargain brands go, I do like this one, but I will admit there's a lot of nostalgia for that. That one of the other brands that I always like to buy that you can't get anymore. What was Olympia? So I'm kind of bummed about that, but I was glad I could at least find this one. I forgot to do something for both of these videos. Change that privacy setting. I knew I did on the last one. I meant to do that first thing on this one. I still forgot. By golly. Now we're set. Anyway, now that I'm almost done, we're almost done. Let me show you this bottle one more time as I wrap this video up, man. Neely Family Distillery, Kentucky single barrel strength out of Sparta, Kentucky. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to opening the rye and that other product. Excuse me, because this one is really that good. 76% corn. Oh man. 19% wheat, 5% malt. It is, I gotta tell you, it's one of the best I've ever had. And anybody that knows me knows I'm a traditional bourbon guy. I'm a guy that likes the rye. As far as a wheated bourbon goes, I gotta tell you, this might be the best I've ever had. It is just brilliant. Kind of wishing I was at the time. I felt I was spending a lot of money, but now I'm thinking, damn, I wish I'd have bought one more because it really is that good. So anyway, I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, per bear wisdom. Man, it really is good. Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, per bear wisdom, man. Hughes biscuits and gravy. All right, good guys, Sláinte. Thanks for tuning in.